Good morning, everyone. Thank you to Rohit and Mr. Naresh for inviting. I think by the time presentation is coming up, really I think it's a big thank to both of them inviting a breakfast company to start the first session. Trust me, for a breakfast company, we cannot have better occasion than this. So thank you so much. But on a serious note, when we come on stage and talk about on this occasion, I think we see there is some reduction in interest in the breakfast for sure. WHO talks about breakfast is one of the most important meal that one should have. 20% of our energy need to come from there because of busy life or whatever reason. I think people are ignoring a little bit, but this requires due attention for sure because a good start is job half done. So whatever form of breakfast you consume, let it be traditional or Kellogg also has some options, which is a packed breakfast. But I encourage people to start the day well with the right nutrient-dense breakfast for sure. Okay, so how we'll start this thing? I think briefly I will talk about as a Kellanova, we have a spin-off last year and Kellanova was formed. So a little bit about the journey of Kellanova I will talk about. But before that, I think the way our products are interacting with individual, for the individual well-being, the flagship program we have in Kellanova is Better Days Promise. How is this working with societies, with environment and earth we live in to make it a better place? So we'll talk briefly about that. And then I'll talk about what we are doing precisely in India, in Kellanova South Asia, the unit of Global Kellanova we have, and how we are working on packaging front for sure. My intention is here to give you a consumer perspective, a consumer of packaging material over here. But you guys are expert, and I think I'll be looking at expert advice from your side. So I'll build on consumer aspect over here. Okay. This is a short video of 1 minute. What is the Better Day Promise program globally that we are driving as well as in India?
Who doesn't love a new beginning? Whether it's the first day of school or starting a dream job, beginnings are exciting. They give us a chance to look to the future, to chart a new course, to set our sights even higher. At Kellanova, we are marking our own new beginning. We're a new company with a 117-year legacy, rooted in doing what's right for our communities, planet and people. Inspired by the impact of Kellogg Company's Better Days Promise, Kellanova is carrying the Better Days legacy into a new era, increasing our ambitions and aiming higher. We're proud to announce our new Kellanova Better Days Promise to create better days for 4 billion people by the end of 2030. Yes, we will continue to be driven to advance sustainable and equitable access to food. And we will continue to work at the intersection of well-being, hunger, sustainability and equity, diversity and inclusion, where we can make the greatest impact. To help Kellanova fulfill its renewed Better Days promise, we will aim to nourish 1.5 billion people with our foods, feed 400 million people facing food insecurity or crisis, nurture people and planet to help create a climate-positive future by conserving natural resources. Kellanova is committed to setting company-wide emission reductions in line with science-based net zero standards with the Science Based Targets Initiative. Ensure ED&I in our workforce. And because we know we can't do this alone, engage 2 billion people along our journey. This is our Kellanova Better Days Promise.
Yeah, so this is briefly, I think, what we are planning to do globally, and very much actively we are participating and doing these things in India as well. Now, briefly about Kellanova South Asia. So we have a spin-off last year, and we are now Kellanova. All the brands and everything remain the same. We are present in these markets, and we have a manufacturing base here in India. So all developing market nearby India that we serve from here. We started our journey around 30 years back in India. And now we have 2 manufacturing plants in India, and we have few co-manufacturers that we work with. We own the brand like Chocos, Cornflakes, Special K, all brand. Pringle is also part of us that we have introduced. And every year we are introducing newer product line over here. And we are also equally committed on R&D in India. We have a full-fledged R&D center based in Mumbai, as well as range of product that we are working on. Now, I think this is the important slide. First part of the slide is talking about what is consumer understanding of packaging is. We or many companies, survey companies, they go to consumer and always try to understand what consumer are looking for. So if 100 rupees is given to spend on packaging, where consumer want us to spend that money? In India, largely, I think cost is always an important piece. Consumer they don't want to pay anything for packaging for sure. But I think more feature, better protection, small packs because it increases freshness. We have challenges in our kitchen, so they want everything to be fit into the space that I have. And I think very clear labeling so that I can understand what is there in the product itself very clearly. Sustainability also comes as one of the point, but I think it comes slightly lower in the hierarchy, which is going up from there. This is what consumers are asking about spending the money, but I think packaging is beyond that as well. It's a big enabler. If you look at the second part, where I think UK Kellogg has done a fantastic work. They have used Braille as a understanding technology for the visually impaired people, and they have also worked with a company which is lens company. I think they have also found out some color combinations which can enable those who are partially visually impaired people, and they can understand the label and all those things. So I think the packaging beyond those basic things consumers are asking are also enabler for marginalized communities as well. Third point that I'm driving here is the interest in sustainable packaging is going up. Mr. Naresh was also talking about how awareness has gone in brand owners, as well as consumers are forcing us to make those changes. 60% increase we have seen the packaging sustainable related awareness in consumer. However, when we go to consumer and ask from consumer, what do you understand from sustainable packaging? They are a bit confused. Around 1/3 of consumers are not having a proper clarity or sustainability. So there is a lot of we need to do as we drive awareness of sustainability. What consumers should expect is also equally important and should work on that piece. Second, I think don't go on a precise data, but just try to understand what message we are driving over here, because we have picked up everything from the social, from the open space. So in Google, you can search, you can find all those details. So don't look at 1% or 2% here and there. The big message is that packaging industry will also evolve, and consumption of packaging will also go with the increase in our GDP. As we are poised toward 5 trillion economy by 2029, absolutely. So we see double-digit growth in GDP, as well as packaging consumption will also go up. And we are seeing this trend very clearly. In last 10 to 20, packaging consumption per capita has gone 2 times. Now, when we look at the whole spectrum of packaging material being used in India, large part, 70% is flexible packaging. That is what as a food industry we consume, and when we look at food industry, consumption of that flexible packaging, 70% of the flexible packaging goes to food industry. So we are the largest consumer of the flexible material at this point of time. So food industry definitely need to focus on that space of sustainable packaging. When we come to sustainable or smart or better packaging, what I'll say, all are the same word as Mr. Naresh says. I completely agree with him when he says smart and intelligent packaging. It need to have all the features of sustainable packaging as well. There are challenges all over. Whether it's cost front, is definitely expensive, and who's going to bear the cost that we need to, all have to come together for that. Still, there are challenges in terms of quality of material. Strength and other things need to improve. Consumer awareness is very less, and as I said, that people are confused on that aspect. Food safety, still I think, strength and all this aspect need to be improved for the recycling as well as the availability. The very less number of people, converters are using this technology because it's expensive and less taker of the technology as of now. So plenty of challenges, but I also see a hope there. It's a power of collective. So when I think all people having common interests come together, I'm sure the solution can be found over here. 4 key players I'll see has to contribute their part. As a supplier, the most important thing is maintain the cost. Cost parity we are talking about, or less increase in the cost, or minimal increase in the cost without compromising on the quality. So we definitely, this is I think what supplier or converter community need to help us out on that. And absolutely they require consumer awareness as well, which is growing up. Thanks to digital media, a lot of social influencers are coming and they're talking about what are you doing to earth by consuming, non-sustainable packs or not properly disposing it. So a big piece is happening over there, movement is happening over there. I'm sure it need to agree with. absolutely from the government point of view, big thing, there should be some incentivization of those who are using green packaging or sustainable packaging. That will increase the adoption of sustainable packaging. At the brand level, absolutely, we need to come up and educate consumer. At the same time, optimize our packaging solution in a way that we are consuming just right packaging, not excess packaging at this point of time. So yeah, everyone need to play important role in this issue or this opportunity available to all of us. Now, very quickly, what we are doing in Kellanova to address this issue. As I told, this is very important for us. Few examples what we have worked on. One is that whole conversion of our bag-in-box format to doi pack format. This is an iconic bag-and-box format that we have across globe. Changing that consumer habit was a big change for us. And we have incentivized consumer and bring all the properties what consumer were looking for. In the entire process, we have saved around 25% of our packaging material. So 500 to 600 tons of packaging material was saved in this transition in this one SKU, one form of SKU. There are solutions available that we have provided in Korea where people can buy the big box and dispensers are available rather than going for small packs. You can leverage that. And Naked Bar is also a brand in US, very open upfront talking about monolayer packaging materials and things like that, and very vocal about that. So in this entire process, not only we save cost given back to the consumer, but we have reduced operation complexity as well, which is also well appreciated. There are few options available as a recycle pack, and we are increasing those number for sure going forward. So absolutely working on all those are. We are 100% compliant to EPR, huge money that we are putting out over there. I think happy to look at sustainable solutions so that we can add back some saving coming from there as well into our product and back to the consumer. Reuse options are available, and we are also encouraging consumer and bringing more and more option over there in that space. And actively working with institutions, as well as we are part of Ellen MacArthur organization, where we are committed towards sustainability goals, along with other like-minded players and people. So this is all what we are doing at our level, and our efforts are being recognized as well at various forum and packaging area. Our packaging design, Nielsen has recognized is one of the best in that, or the sustainable pack of bag-in-box to doi pack. I think we were recognized at the global level as well on that. So I think we are doing whatever possible in our capacity. As I said that I am coming as a consumer side over here. My team is available here, Shyam as well as Sumit, who are packaging expert in this space. We are looking for like-minded partner who are interested in, come with us. So together we can drive this piece. So happy to work, happy to partner with all of you, and absolutely happy to contribute wherever is possible in this sustainable journey in India. Thank you. I appreciate it.